Okay.
Probably.
Hi, my name's Connor. I'm a
Jack,
cook and
is it
alcoholic.
Yes, hang on.
Pretty good at whisper.
Yeah, turn off your T4.
I thought the machine guns were invisible.
Get a
They're
show,
quite visible
get
to me.
invincible.
We believe in you. We're here to support you. Invincible, invisible.
All the same.
See, Lamb? Do you see what I mean?
Right, just sit down, fantastic.
Hang on.
Standing through?
Right, everybody's now on whisper.
Is it ready?
Yeah,
I think we're ready, Your Honor.
All right. Turn off your T4 and do it.
it's ready.
All right. First up, we have Snow defending Charlie team on counts of drug trafficking, murder, and terrorism.
I object.
Fuck off. Will the defendants please come up here? I see Snow. I don't see the rest of Charlie team.
Oh, all of Charlie's team?
Naked guy.
Here we go. Start trickling in.
We made love in the trees earlier.
Come on, Charlie, move.
Vance, you're in Charlie. No, you're in Charlie, aren't you?
Just a quick. No, we can't. I'm on whisper.
There we go.
Sorry, this is
Representing
another-
the People's Commissariat of Altus today is Jack Bruton. Snow, how do you plead?
Not guilty.
Let it be known the defendants have entered up not guilty. All right,
Yeah, what's the
Snow.
charges?
Charges? I already said they're drug trafficking, murder, and terrorism.
Oh,
Shit.
So I will go ahead and allow you to pick your two jurors. They cannot be from Charlie team, and they cannot be Lewis.
No, damn it. You would have won.
It's every medic coming up.
Glacier. I want Glacier,
And Hunt.
and I want who do I want? Smith around? No, here's Smith.
Mr.
I'm not an
That's the
idiot.
judge.
Hold on.
Is he on the drugs that he
You
traffic?
best off picking both platoon leads.
Yeah, I want Glacier and Hutton.
I saw nothing.
Okay.
Oh, you're
I choose Lucian.
Yeah, I'm up.
Jack, who do you pick for the jury?
Do I get two?
You get two, yes.
Masterson and Chib.
Right, very good.
Are these our seats over here? Yeah.
Yes, those are your seats over there.
Carry the chair.
I don't
Glacier,
know
get-
what I'm doing here.
You're part of the jury, dude.
You're the jury. You just need to listen.
Okay, we'll have the prosecution please deliver your opening statement.
Guilty.
Ladies and gentlemen of the... I would like to direct your attention to these horrible men over on my right. They are responsible for multiple crimes, not including drug trafficking, murder, and terrorism. So, as evidence of this,
He just said
during week 6 of the campaign, they clearly had access to a truck that was loaded with hundreds of kilos of cocaine. And that was allowed to be left to the world, and nothing was done to stop it. Now, ladies and gentlemen, does that not disgust you? Secondly, murder. Order in the court. Tell you to shut the fuck up for me.
Yeah, shut the fuck up, or I'm gonna get a grenade launcher. Shouldn't do that.
Murder.
Please, go ahead.
Over the entire duration of the campaign, there were several civilian casualties, multiple witnessed counts of homicide. I mean, just by Charlie team alone, that is despicable. You murdered a man and his child. You
I
murdered
call that
several
collateral
people.
damage.
Terrorism. I mean, you guys shouldn't have even been here in the first place. Look at what you did. You disturbed the peace. You ripped these people out of their home. You ended
I'm
up
going on
basically
whisper.
destroying the entire island. You are all sick and should be in jail. I rest my case. Murder!
You're not supposed to. Snow, would you give your opening statement for the defense?
Give me one moment to stop laughing. Gentlemen of the defense, or of the jury, I plead not guilty of these crimes by virtue of I am just a team lead. I follow orders.
We're doing the following orders defense. This should be over
Oh.
quickly.
Oh no. This will be over quickly, yeah.
I was upholding my role as Charlie team lead, and to the best of my ability acted in the best interest of the unit. With intelligence gathered at the time, I believe that my actions and orders were defending Task Force Poseidon from hostile elements. While the results were regrettable, my choices in the field were made with the best interest of my unit and with the United Nations at heart. You cannot convict me, for I did not have knowledge of the drug convoy at all.
Knowledge.
On orders of my team leaders or my platoon leaders and the unit leader, we were not allowed to know what was in that truck. We did not know that they were drugged. I physically could not have known that, for I was not driving that truck, nor was any member of Charlie team. I was not responsible for those actions. However, the regrettable incidents of 2 civilian deaths was not my fault. I believe that another member of our team was active in that particular engagement. He went into a house and shot those 2. Although I don't know who it was.
Objection, Your Honor. This has gone on long enough.
Overruled. Let him speak.
Yes. So, and to the what was the other charges besides the homicide?
Murder, drug trafficking, and terrorism.
Okay. As far as terrorism goes, we were sanctioned there by the United Nations. I genuinely do not believe that we were a terrorist element. We were a peacekeepers involved in making sure that the
So
sides didn't get too bloody.
just for consistency, you were entering a Nuremberg plea. You were only following orders.
Yes.
Okay.
So as to the counts of murder, this is a war zone. These were armed individuals. They were in contact with us. We had all suspicions to believe that they were enemies. We were.
Wrap it up, Castle. You're grandstanding.
Yep. And I rest my case.
Execute him.
So, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I would just like to cite Nuremberg's law for you all right here. So, superior orders, often known as the Nuremberg defense, just following orders, due obedience, or by the German phrase Befehl ist Befehl, is a plea in a court of law that a person, whether a member of the military, law enforcement, a firefighting force, or the civilian population, should not be considered guilty of committing actions that were ordered by a superior officer or official. One of the most noted uses of this plea was used in the Nuremberg defense. Nuremberg trials were a series of military tribunals held by the main victorious allies after World War II. These trials, under the London Charter of the International Military Tribunal that established them, determined that the defence of superior orders was no longer enough to escape punishment, but merely enough to lessen punishment. Now, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, after citing that to you, I have even further evidence of Charlie Team's guilt. We actually have a member of Charlie Team who decided to plead guilty and release a statement in exchange
Objection.
for freedom.
This was not released in Discovery to the defense.
Ruled.
So, I will link this to the court very shortly. However, I will quote that it was questioned, is it a fact that you, along with Charlie Squad, opened fire on friendly guerrillas in week 4 of Black Tulip and then tried to conceal the crime? The defendant replied, yes, map was marked at the outpost as being hostile. I was given a direct order to engage. Now, ladies and gentlemen, these men are obviously guilty, and given the evidence I have just provided, I rest my case.
Stitches get stitches.
The defense
We're
like
gonna-
another word.
We're gonna wait for prosecution to release that evidence. Here we are. Team speak. People's Exhibit A entered into the record.
What's team speak?
The jury has noted the evidence.
I haven't even fucking read it, Victor. Shut up.
Fuck you.
I'd like to state the fact that man is not part of our unit. Nor has he been, or nor will he be after this.
You're lucky you're not up here.
It's
they
an
just entered the
imposter.
Nuremberg defense.
I also
I
like
looked
to say
at
that they
the-
posed a threat to life. You forgot that one, Snow.
And now
Hush,
the
hush
jury
now.
has noted the evidence that Glazier, took
Hush now,
5 minutes
Ca-
to
Castle.
Speaking on
Would you
behalf of the
proceed?
group, pollution.
Do you have any rebuttal witnesses? We do have a witness up here. You can call witnesses.
No.
Hold on. One moment, please. One moment as I consult my documents here.
It's cold. Can you put heat on, please?
Please. Shh. I would like to call Lewis to the defense.
The court recognizes Lewis as a witness.
God help you all.
Go to the witness box.
I mean, there were stairs, but you can just climb up to it. That's cool too.
You fucking savage.
Lewis, I would like to ask you one question.
Does it need to play?
Were you aware of these crimes, and were we complicit?
We didn't. hear
We
the
can't
plea.
hear.
think
We
it's
can't
on
hear
whispering.
Lewis.
Yeah.
Lewis, I'd like to remind you, you're under oath.
And you're also on Whisper.
I also wasn't here for that off.
He does not recall. Let the jury note that the witness does not recall the statement that was entered.
Noted.
No other questions for this.
Dismiss the witness. Jack, would you like to dismiss the witness?
Glazier, you're
Uh,
wrong.
No, I think that evidence was damning enough.
The witness may step down. Counsel, do you have any more witnesses you'd like to call?
The defense would request a sidebar with the prosecution and the judge.
Okay. Please approach. Oh yeah, I do have a grenade launcher, but that's for control, I promise.
Told you did that to wear one of those things on the head.
Where's your wig?
Yeah.
I think we have to get out before we pledge guilty.
You know what's going to happen, don't you?
If you do.
This is done. We're all getting
Any
killed.
thoughts on the trial so far, Bray?
Not on the
Any thoughts on the trial so far?
Remember that all the information in the court is currently underprivileged information. And I think this is a good waste of taxpayers' money.
You physically weren't there. You can sit down.
And then we get on the MGs.
Lewis,
What's that?
Alright.
Yes, Rooster.
isn't all the operations by sworn-in information, and therefore we are not allowed to give out the information when the press is around?
The state has negotiated a new plea with the defense.
The defense would like to update their
Snow, be aware that we were
Yes,
there.
in exchange for Snow's testimony against the remaining members of Charlie, we are offering him immunity. State is. So, Jack, would you like to call Snow to the stand?
Yes, please.
Court recognizes Snow as a witness.
Shadow. Sorry,
Oh.
get that.
Snow, it's redacted.
Now, Snow, this trial has gone on long enough, so I'm going to keep this very short and simple. Are these men over here what we think they are? Are they mass murderers, terrorists, drug traffickers?
Yes,
They do.
because I was barely in attendance in the first few weeks. I had no knowledge of who and who was not an enemy.
You're
in that
fired.
operation.
Don't turn
The
back up to
Charlie
work.
team should have notified me of that.
Okay, real quick, before we go on any further, I just realized that Charlie team is now left without a lawyer, so we need to appoint a public defender from the gallery.
I'm going to step up as a Charlie team defense since our
Would you
team
like
leader is
to
a
represent
rat
yourself?
and has. I would,
He's
yes,
a
myself
rat.
and the rest of Charlie team members who weren't even present at
Snitches
op
get
number 4. It was
stitches.
only myself and Snow, who are current members of Charlie, that were in attendance at that op.
All I'm hearing
No,
is
you've been
negligence
fired.
here, like.
Don't come to work Monday.
All right, Kyle, let the court represent. The court notes that Kyle is representing Charlie team.
Yeah, fuck.
Have they got dressed yet?
Jack, do you have any more questions for the witness?
Snow. Tell the court how it felt to be trapped within a team that forced you to commit crimes against your will, because obviously you were not knowingly complicit in these shocking crimes, were you? So, you know, please tell the court how you were treated and what that team did to the people.
Under duress of the other individuals in Charlie team for their bloodlust, they required that I give the order that they open fire on other members of a non-hostile force.
Ladies and gentlemen, I rest my case.
Prosecution rests. The witness may step down.
All right, so I have a few questions for you here, bud. So you
Yes.
claim that you were unaware of who our enemy forces that we were opposed to were, correct?
Correct.
So how on earth are you in any position to be a team leader? You're clearly negligent. You didn't know that the drugs were in the truck. We may be accused of drug trafficking, plus just pure negligence on behalf of our team leader. I don't even want to call him that anymore.
Did the defense just admit that there were drugs in the truck?
We weren't aware of them.
Ladies and gentlemen of the
And if
jury, I
anything,
believe
again, that's just-
that the defense just admitted to
No,
the
it's
knowledge of
negligence.
drugs and contraband in the truck. Just I want that to go on record.
Or recognize
over here, Jack.
You need to talk to the jury, Jack, not the gallery.
You're fucking this up, Jack. Come on, you're amateur hour.
Why is there
No.
a pistol out? Why is there a pistol out?
Is it true that you marked on that map that there were enemy hostiles in the
It
in
was
the
not
valley
true.
below
That was
us?
actually done by our leadership.
Objection, Your Honor. He does not have to answer that.
Sustained. The jury will disregard that.
No, disregard that.
My God!
Activate the gunner.